The 89th Texas legislature ends in a few weeks, and several bills are inching closer to becoming law. One of those would ban minors from social media.
The bill would prohibit minors from creating accounts on social media on popular apps like Facebook, TikTok, even Instagram. News 4 San Antonio's Taylor Wardenby explains the bill is now heading to the Senate.
Opinions are mixed on this proposed bill. One parent I spoke to says they don't think this is the government's job to do this. If you're under 18, you might have to say goodbye to platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, and Snapchat. The bill would ban minors from these apps and others and require users to verify their age. Some parents don't like it, saying it's not the government's job to parent her child.
They're taking my place. I think it's fine for my son to use it the way I'm allowing him to use it, but that's my decision as a mom.
Mariana Sanchez, who's an arts teacher and TikToker herself, says she keeps a close eye on her 13-year-old social media by using the Bark app. The app allows Sanchez to monitor her son's online activity, manage screen time, and also block content.
I don't think he needs extra safeguards because I'm putting those safeguards in place as his parent. Social media, it does have bad side effects. There's no question about that. That's a fact. And something has to be done. I just don't think this is the answer.
According to a study, up to 95% of teens ages 13 to 17 use a social media platform, with more than a third saying almost constantly. During a committee meeting last week, the bill was discussed. Members of the group Texas Values said parents can't always keep track of their children's online activity all the time, which is why the bill is needed. They talked about the harmful effects social media can have.
There are ample indicators that social media can also have a profound risk of harm to the mental health and well-being of children and adolescents.
But Sanchez's son, Justin, says social media is the only way for him to stay connected to some family members who live in Cuba.
I use it to communicate with people that I don't see anymore. Like maybe they move schools or different city. I can't talk to them in person, and I can use social media to communicate with them still.
Sanchez argues he can enlist in the military at 18, but also get social media then. As for what's next, the proposed bill is heading to the state Senate. If it is eventually signed into law, platforms would have to comply by April of 2026. I'm Taylor Wardenby reporting.
State Senator Adam Hinojosa of Corpus Christi, who co-sponsored the bill, says parents feel less safe about their kids in this day and age. It's not where they go physically, but where they go online and the type of content they're exposed to. The bill allows parents to request a company to delete their kid's account and gives the company 10 days to respond. So today we've been asking you, do you support banning social media for minors? Most of you, 82%, responding that yes, you do support it. If you want to weigh in, you can scan the QR code and let us know what you think.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to get all the latest news right here.
Tell me a little bit about House Bill 186 and your thoughts on this. I know you have a 13-year-old. Tell me your thoughts on this.
Gosh, like where to even start, right? So House Bill 186, thoughts on it. Sorry, I'm just thinking like how to even phrase it.
Yeah, are you for this bill?
So I'm not for this bill. I don't think the government needs to, I don't think parents need to be parented about how to parent our kids. So there's a lot of really great apps where we can monitor social media use for children. And I use those apps such as Bark, and there's other apps. But there are safeguards to make sure that kids are using social media properly. But that's on us to teach it to our kids. Just as any other life lesson or life skill that our kids need, they need to learn how to be social media literate. And if we're taking social media away until they're adults, how are they going to learn how to use it properly? And it very much feels like what we're going to do is send them out without teaching them, training them how to use social media, or they just make fake accounts with whatever birth date, and then we can't monitor.
Right, so you think they're going to cheat the system if this does eventually become a new law and pass the Senate? They're going to cheat this system.
Absolutely, and parents will too. Yeah. Like parents who don't want to comply with the bill, they're like, I would. I mean, don't put that in, but like, I'm good.
So tell me a little bit about your 13-year-old and how they use social media. Everyone knows, bullying is not something that's new, and with social media comes some bullying and some dangers of, people that are not there for the right reasons. Tell me a little bit about that and how you keep your child safe.
So it's so important to keep our children safe on social media, but social media is such a great tool as well. So I have a 13-year-old and he uses Facebook, Instagram, different social media, but I'm also on his social media and I monitor what he does to make sure that he's using it responsibly. Mostly he uses Facebook to talk to the unks, as he says. He says Facebook's for old people. So I'm not too worried about Facebook, but like the TikTok, Instagram, these other ones where it's more algorithm based versus like friend based, that's where more trouble is. But that's where we need to teach our kids how to use it properly. But as a mom of a 13-year-old, I don't think he needs extra safeguards because I'm putting those safeguards in place as his parent.
And you think with this bill, the government's kind of stepping in and taking your place?
Yeah, they're taking my place. I think it's fine for my son to use it the way I'm allowing him to use it, but that's my decision as a mom. But as for other parents, if they're letting their kids kind of free reign and their kids are bullying or getting bullied, or that's different. So I can understand as a former teacher, like what works for one family doesn't work for the other, but I also don't think it's a blanket to restrict all of us. Don't put us all in timeout.
Exactly. And you're also an arts teacher, right? So you're around students and stuff like that. So you know how social media works. You see the benefits of it as well.
And we use it in the classroom. We're just starting to integrate social media into the classroom. And where does the line of social media start and stop? Because there's things like Google Classroom that could be considered social media. Social media is dependent on how you use it. Like we use Canva in the classroom, that could be considered social media, but it's not restricted. But whatever they restrict, okay, they restrict Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, they're gonna find another app and they're gonna make a game, like let's say Clash of Clans or something. They're gonna make a game into social media. Kids are so smart. They're gonna figure it out.
Have you had any like bad incidences with social media with your teenager?
No.
No?
I'm just kidding. He's like, just like with any parent, there's times where there's different things happening on social media or on the phone, group chats and stuff that I need to pull him back from. And that's where I see the text alerts coming in on the Bark app and I'm able to kind of mediate that. But that's on me as a parent, and that's what I'm thinking about this House bill is as a parent who puts a lot of responsibility on myself for social media literacy, I feel like I'm very literate. I have a marketing company, like it's what I do all the time. It's up to the parents, like let the parents guide our children on how to use it, because like we have family in Cuba, and so he's able to talk to family over there through Facebook, or they're able to see, so he's not using it like, hey guys, what's up, or he's using it for family. So it's by, like, as a mom, I like him using it for that, but by the government stepping in and saying, no, now you took my son's lifeline away from the family, or it's just something that we've gotten used to.
Absolutely. Can you see why this could possibly be something good? Is there anything good do you think will come out of it?
Yeah, I think social media, it does have bad side effects. There's no question about that. That's a fact, and something has to be done. I just don't think this is the answer.
I know. I mean, 18. He's only 13. That's a long way to go. And then, say if you are introduced at 18, now you're just getting used to social media. Now you might be introduced to the dangers and not know how to handle it.
Exactly.
If you handle it at 13, he's kind of used to, okay, well, that's bad. This is good.
Yeah.
Just kind of navigate through it.
It seems like there's so many restrictions, especially this House bill. This is a U.S. House bill, right? Not Texas?
Texas. Yeah.
Oh, it is Texas? Because Texas, they passed that porn bill too that restricted like 18. So, right? So they're doing a lot of restrictions here in Texas over like minors and everything. And it just seems like that's kind of our job, right? Like, not that I'm not arguing that, but I just think like Texas is putting a lot of like borders on it. Not borders, not the right restrictions. Yeah.
Not letting the parents handle it.
Yeah.